be saying a prayer for him at Mass in the morning, and I'll take communion with him in my. I need to get a picture of him so I know who I'm praying for. We lost two special ones in the last year and a half, haven't we? And it just kind of tells you how fragile this stuff is. And that's why I'm excited to be coaching here, be around the people I'm around, having this kind of team to coach. And I'll say it, everybody, you don't care about winning, you only care. Well, I'll be honest with you. Malik Ewing doing what he did today got me going more than the W. Because we got his life, our team, all the stuff, and what we did. Now, he did it. He performed. But I went back and I watched both Florida State Louisville games last year. And I'm like, where's this guy? No fadeaways, no crumbling of the legs when I shoot it, no missing 2-footers. He balled and rebounded and played through bumps. I showed him the clip. I gave it to him. I said, watch it tonight, watch it tomorrow morning, watch it before the game. That's who you need to be. Now, because I'm that guy, I had to show the team. Look. So what it basically becomes is his choice. He can play that way or play like he's been playing. Does anybody want to play with him when he's that way? And what he did and how he did it, he's going to help us. He's going to help himself. I was happy with Darius, 10 assists. Malik is trying. I mean, it's hard. When you have been rewarded for bad habits and you're rewarded and encouraged, that's hard for young kids. But, at the end of the day, play of the game, what was it? Did you guys watch the game? You did? What was the play of the game? Won the game. One play. I knew it. You must have been eating a sandwich or something. Trevin's block. Out of nowhere, and again, you could say there's a skill there. No, it isn't. It's a will to win. He just went up and said, this kid ain't making this basket. Now I got to get better with him so he draws fouls instead of leaners, stuff where he could just go get fouled, because he's a great foul shooter. Malik's a terrific foul shooter. But that's a good team we played. Louisville's a good team. They shoot 37 43s. That's what they do. That's their way. Now, they got some free throws against us, but it's hard to get free throws when you're taking 37 of your shots or threes, unless Billy Richmond fouls you twice.
John, the freshman scored 13 of your last 21 points, and I think had a couple assists lead to baskets down the stretch. How much were you impressed with their performance in the clutch minutes tonight after maybe some struggles against Michigan State and Duke?
Well, they both played well, but I'll tell you the truth, DJ played well. Attacked the rim. I need to get him to shoot floaters instead of trying to shoot a layup every time. You're in there, and they're big. Just get it up off the basket. But I thought he played well today. Now, what I ended up doing, which is what I did with Duke, I put a defensive team out there that played defense together, the better defenders, and I stuck with them. You got to deal with it. If you want to be one of those guys, defend better. Now, he fights. He did all the great stuff. Darius even gave up a 3 late. Said, well, he was way back there. There was 2 seconds on the clock. The only thing he could have done is shot it. He couldn't drive it. He didn't have enough time. So that stuff I still got to keep teaching.
Do you feel like just this environment, this type of win, that this year's team maybe needed a night like this to spring them forward?
We needed another good game like this to see where we got to get better late in the game. And they made a run and made us make our plays, and we did some good stuff to make sure that we could finish the game off. But we let them back in it with some breakdowns, some open threes. switching where you want to point and let the guy run that way, you can't really switch that because the other guy's here and it pulls back and shoots it. There were some of those. But when you put this kind of schedule together, you're hoping you can win one or two. You just didn't want to go 0-5. Folks, we could have easily gone 0-5. But after Duke, I was happy. The kids fought. My thing to them today, prior to the game, you fight and do what you've been doing. You get us to the finish line. I will get you over the finish line. I've done a crap job right now of doing that in the 2 games where we had a chance to win, and then we looked like, why would they do that? I hadn't coached them well enough. They weren't ready for it. We made a couple plays here, like 15-foot jump shots. Why are you doing that? You're not taking that shot. You're either getting in, getting something at the rim, or passing it and let somebody else get it. But both those games, we fought. We never gave up. We had a chance to quit. We didn't. And that's what you want as a coach. And then I got to do my job. I got to do a better job finishing games out. And part of it is every team you coach, or at least I coach, is different. And how they finish is different than the team I coached last year or the team the year before, the team. And I'm figuring it out. You know what I did today. What did we do today? How did I finish the game? Who had his hands on the ball? Boy, did you guys watch? Darius. And we put him in pick and roll and let him go make plays and played through him. But I'm pleased. I'm giving them off tomorrow. We practice Friday. We go to North Little Rock. Please, we play Fresno State. I'd say, just like I told the fans here, what a great thing. It's hard 6 o'clock here. Many of our fans have to drive an hour and a half to get here, which means they have to leave work early, their kids out of school, whatever they're doing. They came today, and I begged them to come. Please be here early. They were here early. By the time that game started, it was 70% full. I looked at the student section. Thank you, students. They were up top. Their other seats, not only these, they were in the upper deck. Now I'm saying to North Little Rock, come on now. Come out. Support the Razorbacks. Be there. Make it an unbelievable environment. I love going up there. I love going to Dallas. I love going to New York City. Kind of love Chicago too. But you know why? Because our fans go there. Like, we had a ton of fans in Chicago. It was Thanksgiving Day, folks. And by the way, it was the highest regular season rated game. I know Garth's going to put this out in the last 30 years. The highest rated regular season game in the last 30 years was that game. So it seems like last year at that time, the Illinois game, I think, was the most in the last 6 years. But that was good. And we want to do it again next year. We got some ideas on who it would be with. So any other questions? Yes.
Offensive rebounds and second chance points.
Better. Better.
Mugsbury tonight, plus 18.
You understand they out-rebound people by 12, 13.
That's right.
And we out-rebounded them. We played with a fearlessness. We were going after everything. Great preparation, great shoot-around today. They were ready to play.
As a follow-up to that real quick, only 18 three-point attempts, 28 against Michigan State, 30 against Duke. Was that part of the plan? We're going to attack and leave it that way?
Well, look, the way we were guarding, we didn't need to. We got up 18-20 playing basketball. But if they had collapsed, we were going to shoot. You know, I mean, we just don't, you know, my druthers is about 25, 23, 25, 27. You go 35 with one of my teams over the years, we never win that game. We just don't ever win it. So maybe it's the way I coach, and you know I don't win that many games, but we don't win those ones. I know that. And so we're playing a certain way. Yeah, I want them to shoot. How about this? I want the guys that can make threes to shoot threes.
You mentioned Darius a couple of times now. Just with him having the ball in his hands and those crucial moments, just what does that say about his maturity level and how much he's grown since he's gotten on
He's
campus?
grown a ton, but he's got a long way to go still. He didn't recognize the 20-second clock, but it's not his fault because I didn't notice it either. Okay, he did a couple things like I'm saying. I got to take you out if you're not getting your stuff in order because we could lose this game. So yes.
I know a game is just a game, an opponent is just an opponent, but with all those years in Kentucky, was there anything in it for you that remains about beating Louisville, or is that?
No, I love the program there. Coach Denny Crum and I were really good friends. Matter of fact, Susan had me to his house that last week. I was there with Kenny Payne. And my daughter, for some reason, loved Coach Crum. And I think it was because of his last name, Crum. I love Coach Crum. So no, Louisville's fine with me. We played them a bunch, beat them more than we lost to them. Tried to downplay the game. It's just one game. So people wouldn't lose their minds. But they didn't listen to me. And, beat them in the NCAA tournament, did some good stuff. But look, Kel's got it going now. Recruiting, the image of what he's doing and how he's playing, Kel's got it going.
Yeah, Cal, you mentioned just how much Louisville likes to shoot the three. They're pushing 40 most nights. They finished with 37 attempts today. Was it more about just making sure that those guys were getting a contested looks, or were you guys trying to do more of forcing them off the line?
No, we played a team earlier, Winthrop, who went 15 for 30 and should have beat us. And from that time, I shouldn't say all, but taking away threes and how we do it. And they know when they do it wrong because they'll say, my fault. And they're still going to make some, and they did. Some of them were bank shots, and they'll do that too. But the other side of it is you got to rebound long rebounds. What Kels is doing, I think he's being brilliant. He's playing through his best three players. Why wouldn't you not do that? And he's playing in a way that highlights those three, and the other guys play off them, and they still end up being pretty good. Play a wide open game, 5 out. We're random in how we play. I'm not naming it anything, but we're random. Most of our stuff is an action, and it's random. Or it's not an action. It's just go down, let's go, get it started, and let's go.
For you to put an emphasis on Trevin's block, the way you guys were getting inside for a bulk of the game, the way you defended, do you feel maybe your toughness was better tonight than it's been at any point this year?
I don't know. I watched the tape and tell you. But I just liked all the guys. Thought Carter was better. Billy is who he is. DJ was better. Great attitudes. Nick was better. Nick gets caught back a lot. And now you watched him go guards, and he was out there. Now, the reason I knew he could do it is because when he was at South Carolina and they beat us by 100, he guarded our guards. They switched, and we couldn't get a basket. So I'm telling him, I know you can do it. I watched it. You took us out of a game. And so, no, look, this schedule is supposed to toughen us up, let us know we can play with anybody. Now, do we want to win games, which means we got to connect. I'm trying to tell him, when you pass, the pass is not for you, it's for him. So don't add anything to it. The same defensively talking. You're talking for him. You're not, how about you're screening for him, not you. You're screening for him. What ends up happening is you end up being the guy open. But I'm trying to get through to these guys. You got to create for each other. You have to be connected and be about each other to be a good team. And we got to keep finding post presence. We did some stuff this week. I didn't do as much of it, but we're going to start doing more and more where we're throwing it to the post. And now if Malik will play, I'll throw it to him. But if you throw it to him and he misses, well, why would you throw it to him? Now you're throwing it to him, and he's making plays. I'm like, this is unbelievable. We got another guy we can throw the ball to. So, no, we're learning about the team, and I'm learning about them. I just got to do a better job with 3 minutes to go how we're playing. And I thought we were better today.
When you gave Malik Ewan the Florida State Louisville tape to watch, what was his reaction when you first gave him that? And then,
Have you ever interviewed him?
no.
Okay. So he said, and I said, okay, that's fine. Just watch it. And then watch it before you go to bed. Watch it the next morning. You know what he said to me? And I said, okay. But I showed the team too, because I wanted them, and they joked with him. Like, where the hell is this guy? We're over here watching you fumble balls, one-handed, never get a tough rebound, and look at you. You mean you can do this? And he took it all great. But I've done it with other players. They really are playing well. I get the video so that I have it when they take a little dip. These kids are all fragile. I hope you know that. They're all fragile. A lot of it is there are people around them that have never been around college basketball players that are on them, in their ears. You got to do this, trying to coach them, and all of a sudden they become a little fragile. They're getting paid. Now, am I living up to, now you're fragile? And it's my job to kind of have to do individual meetings, grab guys, are you okay? Talk to me, tell me, you know, try to get them to understand it's normal. But the thoughts in your mind are your thoughts. You're going to cheer yourself on or beat yourself down. It's your thoughts. Do what you want. My choice would be build yourself up. Is that it? Thanks, guys.